He did the new poster for my TV series, which I created and sold. Um, and so me and Johnny are still really good friends.
Quisiera hablar sobre una producción que la verdad nos tiene muy emocionados porque tú compartes rol con uno de los conocidos del canal, pero me gustaría saber sobre su faceta en estas historias, ¿sí? Entonces, quisiera preguntarte cómo ha sido la experiencia y también que me cuentes sobre Andreas on Roll.
Okay. In fact, we premiered the interview with one of your partners in the movie Round Roll, that is Michael Pare. So the
Oh yeah.
question is not, yeah. So the question is not only about this movie, but about how do you feel in the projects, in the action projects. I mean, one of the most remembered movies that you have made is Copycat. I know we know it's a thriller, but yeah, how do you feel in these action thriller projects? And you can tell us something about working with the great Pare and that amazing cast of Copycat. Go ahead.
Well, Michael Pare, right? That's who you're talking about, Michael Pare. Yes.
Yes.
So it's so funny because Friday I was let's see, Friday or Saturday, Friday, I was uh, I was driving north of Santa Monica. I headed up towards Santa Barbara, and I pulled off into Oxnard, which is Ventura County, and I got a little lost. And Michael Pare lives up there, so I called him. I said, "Hey, Michael, it's Billy. I'm lost in Oxnard." He goes, "Billy, what are you doing? Let's I'm 10 minutes away from you." So I hadn't seen him in a long time, and so he came and we got together and hung out for a couple hours at dinner. It was great. So it's so funny you brought him up, and because he's been on my mind a lot. And I just directed him in a movie. Um, Long story. Um, and so yeah, he's fantastic, and he's a good friend of mine, and he's a fantastic actor. And we were together about a year ago in Oklahoma doing a western as actors, and you know, Copycat is from the gosh, that's from like the '90s, long time ago, and so a lot has happened since then. I have a lot of people that still come up to me today from Copycat, you know. Um, and I'll tell you a funny story, and that is it's interesting, Copycat, because and my manager at the time warned me. She told me not to do Copycat, the movie. And that's crazy. I thought to myself, because it's Warner Brothers, it's Sigourney Weaver, Holly Hunter, all these big stars, Harry Connick Jr. And so, of course, I did it. And oddly enough, she warned me. She said, "This movie could ruin your career." And I'm like, "What? I don't understand." So, of course, I did the movie. And a lot of the leading man parts that I went up for after the movie came out, I was told the feedback was, Billy, the casting director or the director says that you're too dark, you're too edgy to play a leading man. I've never had that before. And I'm like, based on what? Well, you played the serial killer so well in Copycat. People really think you're crazy, and you're just very dark, and your energy is very dark. You were too good in that role. People probably think you're a serial killer.
I I won't translate because we need the time for you to speak, but I will tell John that share you the link from the interview from Michael Pare, and of course, when we get this interview, your interview, we will share it to Michael.
Mi pregunta es, nuestro invitado comenzó su carrera desde el 87, entonces preguntarle de cada década qué es lo que más destacaría o qué es lo que más le gusta de acuerdo a su filmografía, esto hablando enfocado al terror.
Cesar is asking about your beginnings, but also about the terror. We know that you started back in the 80s. In fact, you in that decade you made you worked with Argento. I mean, So, what is your favorite decade, or what mostly do you remember doing terror and all your career? And if you can speak something about opera, go ahead, man.
That is
Oh,
mommy.
so yeah, opera. So the Dario Argento movie, right? Yes. So, that's an interesting movie. I was in Rome doing a mini series for Rai TV with a lot of American and British actors and all the foreign actors. So I was over in Rome working, and I was out at a bar, nice bar, not typical bar, but it's a very upscale, nice private bar. And I ran into um, Argento's production team. Argento wasn't there, but I think his wife Daria and or all his production team was there, and they came over to the table and they asked me what I was doing in Rome. I told them I was doing a mini series, and they said that if would you like to do a Dario Argento movie? Now I'll be honest with you, I didn't know who Dario Argento was, but they named a couple of the movies. And at the time, around that time, I was dating Jennifer Connelly, and she had done an Argento film. I think it was called Suspiria. I can't
No,
remember.
she made the sequel. She made. I will remember.
Okay. So anyway, so I kind of knew who he was, but in the United States, he's not really that famous. Um, and so I said, sure, I'd be very interested. Why not? I'm here. And they said, okay, just when you have a day off from your work, come to our studio and meet Daria. He's there preparing the movie. I said, sure, okay. So 2, 3 days later, I went and I met Dario, and I went out on the stage. We had all the lights, and Dario took me by the shoulders. I thought he was going to audition me, with like take the script and read for him for the character. But he just turned my shoulders this way, that way, in the light. He wanted to see how the light hit me, how I would look in the light. And he said, Bellissimo, beautiful. Yes, yes, you. No reading the script just because I looked good in the light. He hired me for this role in opera. So that's my story. That's how I got the movie opera, and I had a very good time. I met a very good friend who passed away, Ian Charlson. We became very good friends. And Vanessa Redgrave was supposed to be in the movie, and she was there in Rome, but they didn't use her during the allotted time that they had hired her for. They paid her for 1 week of work, and after a week, she left and took their money. And they called her agent, said, "Hey, Vanessa Redgrave, where did she go? She left." And they said, "Yeah, you had her for 1 week." They said, "Yes, but we haven't started shooting her." They said, "Yes, but we gave you the dates of the week, and that's it. Sorry." So they had no money left in the budget, so they had to use the Steadicam as the character.
And the movie is Phenomena, the movie from Argento that Jennifer Connelly made.
Okay, yes, that's right.
But man, being before I met my friends, doing opera, you made part of the. I mean, the best, like not decade, but the best movies from Argento are that opera, Phenomena, Suspiria, Inferno. So you made part of all that legacy. But so wow, man, it's crazy. I needed to tell you, man. Chicos, sigan. Tenía que decirle.
Tienes la pregunta, Andrés. Están los principios, que es Estela. La verdad, yo la vi y me pareció un buen, excelente. ¿Cómo es la experiencia en esta producción? Bueno, Andrés, compleméntame porque hay muchísimas de él que son increíbles.
Okay, I love this question that John is making because it's not only asking you about Stella, but I need to ask you something, man. You in the drama genre, you acted being directed by amazing directors. I mean, Peter Bogdanovich, the great Diane Keaton. So tell us more because you tell us before that when you make copycat, that they tell you that this will damage your career. But it's time to remember that you're also a great dramatic actor, man. So tell us about Stella and working with these great directors, man.
Stella, Stella was interesting and in a weird way, it was very challenging because when I had to audition for that movie, and the scenes that I auditioned with were very well written. However, when I got to the set, they decided that they wanted my character to be really, really, really good in comparison to Ben Stiller's character, who was the bad boyfriend. I was to be the good boyfriend. So they rewrote my scenes, not his, my scenes, and they made them not great. They made them too much on the nose. They made the scenes too fake good. And so I had a hard time. I struggled so much so that they hired my private. I have a private acting coach in New York City. We were shooting in Florida. They hired the acting coach to come on set with me to make sure that I could, do the role correctly. So Stella was very difficult, but I'll say all the actors in Stella, Ben Stiller, Bette Midler, were fantastic actors. I was very, very lucky to be there. And, working with great directors, I've worked with a lot of really great directors, like you said, Diane Keaton, Peter Bogdanovich, Dennis Hopper's a great director, um, a lot of great directors. And uh, so that's always a good thing. And these directors always work differently, which is great because I get to learn new things. And and the other great thing that what makes directors really great is how they deal with actors. And for example, Diane Keaton and Dennis Hopper are both actors, and Peter Bogdanovich was a bit of an actor as well, very good actor. And so, because they're actors, they um, they really know how to talk to an actor. The bad directors, they come over and they say, "I want you to go faster, make it faster," or "I want you to be angry." They're just giving you a concept. I want you to be angry. What does that mean? Or angrier, or faster, or slower. The good directors, and by the way, Dario Argento is also a good director because he gave Ian Charleston some very interesting direction. They don't deal with the concept. They give you a backstory of what the character might experience. And then they want you to interpret that and come up with your own or my own definition of what they want. So they give you the parameters, they give you the background, but they let me be a part of the creativity. When a director tells you just to be angrier, it's not a team. It's not a team sport. He's just telling you like you're a prop, a piece of wood. So really good directors really know how to work with actors, and that's why it's interesting. I never hold it against big movie stars that make some bad movies. I watch these movies and I think, wow, this movie's terrible. What is this actor doing in this movie? But it's not. 9 times out of 10, it's not the actor's fault. It's the script. I hate to say that, or it's the director. And it's a big. The script and the director have a huge influence on how the movie turns out. And if you don't have your actors having good chemistry, if you don't have the actors having, good relationships with the other actors on screen, the movie's going to, no matter how great the script is, no matter how beautiful the photography is, if you don't believe the actors' relationships, the movie sucks. So that's what these good directors all have in common. They really understand actors, and that's important.
Ayer tuve oportunidad de ver Day of the Mummy, el Día de la Momia, algo así.
Wow.
La vi en Tubi, estuve buscando películas para poder preguntarle y pude encontrar esa. Entonces quiero preguntarle cómo fue la experiencia de trabajar en esa película. No sé si realmente fue en un desierto, bueno, pareciera que sí. Bueno, ¿cómo fue?
Cesar was looking for movies with your name. So in the app Tubi appeared Day of the Mummy. And so how was your experience? And yeah, that's a real desert. Oh no, tell us more about this production, man. By the way, no, Netflix Latino America, the only production that you appear is the second. But in YouTube, they uploaded your movies, man. It's crazy. Like
Wow.
5 or 10. Yeah, it's crazy. Just put your name, and there is a lot of movies that you appear uploaded. I don't know who did it, by the way.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yes,
That's wild.
yes.
Yeah, Day of the Mummy was interesting because they only hired me to work on it for 1 day or 2 days. Yeah, 2 days. Sorry, 2 days. And my character on the set that was throughout the whole movie was in a mask. So they had a stunt man playing my whole character. So they only had me for the stuff that I did with Danny Glover, and we were on a Zoom call like this. Me and Danny Glover were on a Zoom call. So I had to have no mask. And then also one scene, I think, where I'm at the big cave with no mask, and I've got the gun. So I didn't really, to be honest, I don't even think I'll be honest with you. I don't think I read the script. They just offered me a certain amount of money because they wanted my name attached to it. And I only had 1 or 2 days of work, and I got well paid. The director, though, Johnny Tabor of Day of the Mummy, he's a good friend of mine. We're still really good friends today. And he's also very good at doing artwork like posters and stuff like that for movies and TV. In fact, he did the poster he did the new poster for my TV series, which I created and sold. And so me and Johnny are still really good friends, the director.
Creo que nos acabamos de dar cuenta hace poco que usted nos comentó que ya es serie. Antes era película y ahora es serie y tiene un elenco. Yo vi el tráiler que me diste por medio de la serie. Es increíble, man. Es como ver una nueva era pues, películas de Hollywood. Pero, man, yo sí te digo, ojalá sea una de las mejores. Todas las películas son mejores, pero me encantaría que estuviera en el canal para hacer promoción, que estuviera Costas, men, que estuviera William, no sé. Soy fan de Costas, pero tu trabajo es lo más, men.
No, John needed to do that question because he's a really big fan, not only of your work, but for Costas Mandylor. In fact, he's like in the pool of people that needs to be here on the channel. So he says that wherever you want to talk about the trouble, go ahead. He saw the trailer and he loved it.
Oh,
Both down.
he saw. Which trailer did he see? Which trailer? Do you know? The latest?
Vimeo.
Yes, the one that you sent him of the trouble.
Oh, the one that's 4 minutes long. It's long.
Yes.
John, el de 4 minutos. Yes.
La más larga. Long, sí.
The longest. Yes.
Oh, the longest. Yeah. Yeah. So that is the Trouble's a lot of fun, and we're just finishing the music right now on it. I just finished the music for episode 6, so I have 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, I've got 4 episodes left for the music, and then the show is done, and it'll be on either Hulu or Paramount. We have a couple of offers, so we haven't decided yet which way to go with who. It's basically will come down to who's going to spend the most money on marketing it, because there's so many shows in America. I think that there's like 600 shows on the air right now. So if nobody sees the show, it won't do well. So we'd rather take less money up front and more of a commitment for the marketing money, because we're hoping that we have a second season, and that's where the big money is. Right. And unfortunately, I don't know if you heard, but one of the stars of the show, Tom Sizemore, had a brain aneurysm today.
I was reading that today, yeah.
And he's on the show. He's one of my regulars on the show. Costas Mandalar, Tom Sizemore, Angus McFadgen. They're all, and they're all doing, but Tom is not doing well. So that will be a big blow if we lose him. But Costas, Billy Baldwin's in the show. You guys saw the trailer, and it's a lot of fun. And basically, I was very lucky because the people that bought it, that financed the first 10 episodes, they loved my first 4 episodes, and they told me, we want you to write 6 more, and we're gonna produce them, and we're gonna shoot them. I said, okay, great. So I wrote the craziest stuff that you could write, just stuff that's too crazy. And I said to myself, there's no way that these guys will shoot these scripts because they're just too crazy. And if they do, they're crazy. And guess what? I sent in the scripts and they loved them. I thought, wow, these people they're as crazy as I am. And we shot it. We shot everything. We shot all the stuff in the scripts. A lot of stuff is a little crude. So I do believe some stuff will have to be cut out. But they let me write it and shoot it, which is crazy. So there's a scene in episode I think 9, where I go to Screen Actors Guild. I'm not going to tell you the whole thing, but basically my butt is on screen facing the camera, just my butt, my naked butt, like mooning the audience for about 3 minutes. And they filmed it. They're crazy. So yeah, the Trouble's a lot of fun. It's great for Costas. He's in almost every episode. Billy Baldwin's in almost every episode. Angus McFadden, um, Lindsay Pelis, who's fantastic, Instagram star. There's another girl. I can't remember her name now. She plays the real estate agent. She's got a huge Instagram following and Facebook. She's fantastic. Yeah, no, the show is great. I mean, you guys saw the trailer. So I mean, it's crazy stuff.
I need to tell this. Jhon is not hiding it. He's the biggest fan of Costas Mandylor. Jhon, tú eres el mayor fan de Costas Mandylor. In fact, he told me that if he's in the channel, he will cry. But and it's kudos for Billy. His brother Daniel was here. I mean, we are a channel from Latin America, and when he said this is when you said it's like what they will be here. No man, you made Jhon the happiest. I promise to translate everything, Jhon. Te prometo traducir todo porque, como dicen en Argentina, lanzó cosas grosas. No sé si hay más tiempo, no sé si César tiene más o qué se viene.
Yo tengo una última pregunta, pero es más bien como tema de fanboy sobre una producción. Es que hay una producción que yo vi que me pareció lo más loquísima que va, o sea, que él hizo, que es es que no sé si es una que habla sobre todo el tema del prostético, de todo, que se llama, se me olvida, Rotten
Que
Tide,
tú la estás
Rotten
buscando.
Tide, Rotten Tide.
Yo sí iba a decir.
Oh, man. Yo vi Rotten Tide y eso me pareció. César tiene que verlo, usted tiene que verlo. Solo muero en paz diciéndole. O sea, qué increíble. Lo más diferente que le ha hecho respecto a temas no sé, de todo el tema de maquillaje.
Escríbelo y le digo que simplemente no es pregunta, sino que te voló la cabeza. Okay, sorry for the late, but it's not a question. As a closing, Jhon said that he needed to tell you that he freaking loved Rotten Tail in every aspect, in the makeup, in the script, in everything. So it's not a question, it's Jhon telling you that. Whatever you wanna say, go ahead. And Jhon, que ya regito.
Sí.
And yeah, the camera is yours. For us, is a big thank you. Say your social media so people can follow you. Invite people to watch the troll or wherever you want. Yes. For us, it's a big thank you, man. Thank you. Really.
Yeah, and what was the name of the well, you said that he loved what now? What was the project?
Rotten Trail.
Rotten Tail.
Rotten Tail. Sorry, Rotten Tail.
Oh, yes. Rotten Tail. So what you guys are in do you guys have any are you guys ever work with any of the platforms in South America for selling the shows? Because I want to try to sell Trouble in South America.
I will ask Jhon because I know he got contacts with Netflix, but I don't know. Let's see. I will ask Jhon. So I will ask Jhon.
Okay, no problem.
Que si tú tienes contactos con personas de las cadenas de streaming, pues bueno, tú sabes que viene un proyecto, pero porque él quiere vender The Trouble a Latinoamérica, no sé, el Netflix, Amazon, o tú podrías servir como puente.
Yo puedo servir como puente y yo lo enlazo, claro.
Tengo
algunos contactos de eso.
Ajá, también perfecto. A nuestro gran amigo Michael Flone, obviamente.
Claro.
Yes, Jhon said that
en el WhatsApp.
Yes, because we are Jhon and myself, we are journalists. Cesar is a film and an administrator. Jhon said that he got contacts in his cell phone, so he will try to be the link between you and those contacts. So kudos.
Oh, fantastic. I'll email
Fantastic.
you guys. I'll email the the trailer and the lookbook. I'm going to send you my lookbook. You'll see it's very nice. You'll see. So Rotten Tail, you know, the funny thing about Rotten Tail is on the last 6 episodes of The Trouble, the director from Rotten Tail, who's a friend of mine, he helped me. He was the co-director on The Trouble, because I've done about 6 or 7 movies for him, and it was a lot of work for me to act and produce and write The Trouble. So he stepped in and helped me with with some directing. Rotten Tail was done, you know, it's based on a comic book, and that for me was one of my most favorite characters. And again, the director let me be crazy. Most directors are like, no, shh, calm down, too much, Billy. You're overacting. That's terrible. But Brian, his name is Brian Skiba. Brian said, no, more, Billy. Crazy. So most directors don't like that. He lets me be crazy on camera. And I love being crazy on camera. And the whole movie is just crazy, which is fantastic. And, you know, the movie didn't do that well in the United States. I was very disappointed. I thought for sure it would, you know, like as a sort of a campy, you know, like an old style horror movie, it would do well. But it didn't do that well in the States, in the United States.
By the way, that movie from Brian Esquiva, the second, is the one that is airing now on Netflix Latin America, in
Yes.
Netflix Colombia. Yes.
I'm in the last scene of the second. I'm in the last scene. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And man, the camera is yours. Tell your social media so people can follow you. And invite people to watch whatever you want, and send big highs to whatever you want. For us, it's a big thank you.
Yeah. So the best social media is like my Facebook, is facebook.com, The Trouble with Billy. And that's my Trouble with Billy Facebook page. And then Instagram, I believe, is William Mcnamara 108. William Mcnamara 108. And then my Twitter is just William Mcnamara. And then I'm pretty easy to find on social media. There's a lot of imposters. There's a lot of people pretending to be me. But you just type my name in Google, William Mcnamara Facebook, William Mcnamara Twitter, William Mcnamara Instagram, and it should come right up. It usually does.
You had to send all the imposters your your serial killer face. So they no. Okay. Master, we need to take a picture. So
démosles un fuerte aplauso. Bravo, William. The trouble. Men, ¿cómo te defines en una palabra? Yo quisiera preguntarles, yo quiero saber eso. Siempre.
As a final, Jhon needs to know, how do you define yourself or your career in one word?
Crazy.
Yeah. Loco.
You know, in a couple of months, I'm coming to Colombia, I think.
In what city? We are on Cucuta, it's but in the north, but in what city will you be? In which city, sorry?
I think Bogota.
Bogota. We will try to go. In fact, there is a lot of people on the channel that makes us happy that people from all around the world come to our country. So, man, as a Colombians, welcome. Of course, if you visit Mexico, Cesar is over there. If we don't see each other, no problem. Welcome to our country. This is your house, and you are always welcome here. If you wanna be with the guys with the trouble, go ahead.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Bienvenido siempre.
Yep.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Bye.
Gracias.
All right.
Good weekend.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Billy.
Hey.
Wow. You're not going out on auditions?
Right now? No.
So my niece threw me out of the house. Right now I live in my car.
What, the AA thing?
6 years and counting.
You familiar with the 4 leaps?
No.
It's for AAs who are tired of taking these baby steps, right? Winners. It was developed by Charlie S.
Charlie S. Wow.
You want into the winner's circle?
Hey!
I bet.
Remember this actor from the 90s? Billy Mack. A real rising star. Worked with everyone. Lived the California dream, you know? Then he disappeared.
Billy, where have you been? Outer space?
Sort of. Yeah, I got abducted by aliens. Boo, you all right?
Unfortunately, Boo has an enlarged heart.
How long does she have?
A couple of months. Been doing heart transplants on dogs, but it's very expensive.
Do it. Let's book it. I need a place to stay.
I'm not your girlfriend anymore. Bye-bye.
How do you convert BDS to JPG? I don't know.
World is you're back. I got you a snack.
It's not a main course, but you're gonna make a little moolah.
You see, there's people who are fans of yours. How does one cash in?
Autograph conventions.
Billy.
My key to the world. My world. Stop.
Getting bigger.
Even BDS to JPG. How do you convert?
I'm not there yet.
Can you use your tongue?
It's figure eights.
You're a prostitute now. How are you doing? How's your puppy?
I told you, I'm gonna do whatever it takes.
Oh, you meant it.
The world's not out to get you.
Fuck you!
I mean, if you think that it is, then it is. Embrace your failures. Let the world know your absolute truth.
It's Brokeback Mountain in outer space.
That sounds amazing. Looks like I'll be playing a gay astronaut. I gotta call Artie. He just texted me.
Oh my God, I can't wait to hear what he's getting you into next.
Tonight is an audition, right? If you can convince her you're Rob Lowe, you're in.
What is Rob Lowe?
I'm right here. Yeah. Under no circumstance are you to fuck Kozlov's girlfriend.
So excited to work with such a big movie star.
My mother dreamed about getting fucked by Rob Lowe.
Don't be shy. Come meet my cousin.
Yes. Ooh.
I challenge Billy Mack to fight to the death.
Hi, Billy. What the heck, man? When's the last time you hit the gym?
1994, I was getting in shape for a studio movie.
You have to do this. Let's go now.
Hello, Billy. You know you did the right thing here.
Nope, I'm not gonna do anything sleazy.
If you fuck up, I'll cut that dog up and I'll make fucking sausage out of him.
Start taking these right away.
What is this?
It's for horses. I think I fucked up. I gave you too much Adderall. But it's harmless. Every 8-year-old kid in America.
We want you to be the first leading man type who is openly in love with a transgender person.
One of the reasons why I like you so much is because I can tell you about the implant in my ass.
So we're gonna go from the top, and no butthole stuff and no swear words. Thank you.
Wahlberg suggests that you enroll in acting school. Same teachers, James Franco.
Billy, I mean, he was on his way to stardom, but now it's difficult for him to even get a job because of his age and his lack of training. So please, let him be a cautionary tale.
Getting kicked out of here, Artie dropped me as a client. It's the end. It's over. Back to living under a rock, I guess.
You got me.